Now, by using the special needs trust, persons with disabilities can avoid the spend down. And many of you may have heard that term, spend down. If you have tried to apply for government benefits like Medicaid, and you have more than $2,000 worth of stuff for most programs, or your loved one does, you will likely have been told something like, you need to go away, you can't get benefits right now, you've got too much money, you've got too much property, go and spend down your money and your property until you reach the $2,000 level. When you've done that, come on back and we'll give you benefits. Instead of having to spend down that money, you can put it into a special needs trust, hang on to it, and access it for all of the things that your government benefits don't provide. A lot of people say, well, this is, this sounds too good to be true. It's got to be a gimmick. It's got to be a loophole. It's got to be some sort of hocus pocus. It's not. It is specifically authorized by federal and state law. It's not a gimmick. It's not a loophole. It is, granted, very revolutionary, and it is a very beneficial tool for persons with disabilities, but it is absolutely perfectly legal, recognized by the state of Florida and by the federal government. A lot of people come to us and say, why should I worry about this? I don't have any money. I don't have any money now. I don't have any money coming to me, and especially with the way the economy is going right now, I'm not likely to have any money anytime soon. We are barely making it from paycheck to paycheck, and the way gas prices are right now, we're not even making it that far. Why should I have to worry about this? Well, again, why you should have to worry about this is if you have a loved one with disabilities, if you have a child with disabilities, and you pass away with more than $2,000 worth of stuff, and that ends up in your child's hands, in their name, then again, as we mentioned earlier, your child is going to be ineligible for benefits. Your child is not going to be able to receive Medicaid, not going to be able to receive SSI, and you're not going to be there to run interference and to solve problems. You don't want that to happen. A lot of people also say, look, I don't, have a lot of money to put into a special needs trust. I don't have hundreds or thousands of dollars every month that I can carve out of my budget that's going to fund this special needs trust that's going to provide these resources for my child. So, why do I have to worry about this? Well, a lot of people don't have that kind of money, but a lot of people can afford $10 a month, or $20 a month, or $50 a month out of their budget. And with that modest amount of money, most people can go get a simple term life insurance policy that's going to give you $100,000 worth of coverage, $250,000, $500,000 worth of coverage. And what you can do is you can direct that money to go into the special needs trust upon your passing. And what does that do? Well, that immediately funds the trust, and it immediately funds the trust at the time when your child needs it the most. When you're not there to provide those natural supports, when you're not there to provide things for free, when you're not there to run interference, to do all those things, when they're going to likely, many times, going to have to start paying for stuff, then at that moment they're going to have the resources to be able to do that. And that's the magic moment, because then they will be able to still have as high a quality of life as possible, still be able to have the greatest degree of independence possible because of those resources. Now, you can't get a better return on your money anywhere outside of Vegas. I mean, that is really, really a good deal. And it's very, very useful for a lot of people to fund trusts, especially in these economic times. Now, a lot of people also say, look, I don't need something else to worry about. Do you know what my life is like? Well, again, as the parent of 2 kids with disabilities, I understand what it feels like to be sitting there at breakfast and having no idea how I'm going to make it to lunch, much less dinner. I know what that feels like, but this is something that you need to get right. This is something that you need to make happen because of the potential effects on your loved ones with disabilities. You don't want these bad things to happen, and they're out there. Now, we believe at FND very strongly in not scaring people with disabilities or their families. We think that you've got plenty of reality out there that is scary enough often to handle. But we do want you to have a realistic idea of what can happen given various circumstances. And the reality of this is that if you don't engage in these planning steps that we've just talked about, if you don't have, for instance, a special needs trust set up, if you don't have a will set up directing your money and property into the special needs trust for your loved one with disabilities, this is what's going to happen to your loved one with disabilities. Again, when you're not there to run interference, solve any problems, when you've passed on. If you don't take these steps and your loved one ends up with more than $2,000 worth of stuff, again talking in general terms, they will get a letter from the government. It will be a letter. It won't be any type of other communication. So if they have disabilities that makes writing or reading difficult or impossible, they're out of luck. The letter will be in English. It will not be in any other language. So again, if their language of use or preference is anything other than English, they're again out of luck. And it will be in standard print. It's not going to be in any type of alternative format. The letter will go something like this. Congratulations, we found out that you've got all this money. You are no longer eligible for benefits. And all this money, again, is, for most people, over $2,000. A penny over $2,000 can do this. You're no longer eligible for benefits, so you're not going to be getting any more money from us. Have a nice life. See ya. Many times, what it will say is, congratulations, we found out you've got all this money and you are no longer eligible for benefits. And not only are you not eligible for benefits today, but it's taken us 1.5 years or 2 years to catch up with you, so you really weren't eligible for benefits for the last 18 to 24 months that we've been paying you, so we need that money back. Please write a check to the following address. Have a nice life. See ya. Okay. Now, your loved one with disabilities is going to be able to need to understand that letter. Again, English, standard print. They're going to need to know what to do about it. And many persons without disabilities, when presented with that situation, would have no clue. They're going to need to be able to take whatever appropriate action it is to help get their benefits reinstated or started in the beginning. And they're going to need to likely have to be able to pay somebody to help them if they can't take that action for whatever reason themselves. You know, an attorney, an advisor, or any number of people who may be able to help them. Most importantly, while all this is going on, they are going to need to be able to afford to pay out of their own pocket for all of their medications, all of their therapies, all of their equipment, all of their technology, whatever they may have been getting through their benefits. They're going to have to pay for that out of their own pocket until their benefits are restored. Now, in today's environment, with changing eligibility, changing categories, reworking of tiers, all sorts of things, you don't want this to happen. You don't want even a momentary interruption in your eligibility for benefits.